Hello everybody and welcome back. Update. This weekend we went to Tamarindo. So after our Friday class got out at like 11, we booked it across town to a bus stop to wait for the bus. Found out that we actually had like an hour to kill. So we enjoyed KFC for the first time. Honestly, it's approved. I liked it.
It came with ice cream.
It was the first time I'd had fried chicken in a really, really long time, so it hit the spot perfectly. So then we made our way back to the bus. We literally flagged on this bus and then got on it. Unfortunately, that meant that all of these seats were already occupied.
No seats, so we're sitting on the floor. At least we got a window. And we're really close to the emergency exit.
It was an experience like no other. Once we finally got to the town of Tamarindo, we headed to our hostel, which was super, super hostile.
So you just like pick two random ones and look at them, but no one's using them. Right? All fake scores are worth 10. Hello.
People are just hanging, chilling. There was a lady there that claimed to be from Iowa that was giving massages to people randomly. Very chill environment. We stayed in a room called the Nirvana room.
Okay, I'm kind of obsessed with this song. It's on.
Fuck with you, get funny?
It's
like,
a
no.
pelvis.
You know, she knows.
Chicken Caesar salad with avocado. Yum.
Then we hung out there for a little while and played some cards.
It's called You Get 4 Cards.
Get 4 cards. Classic. We have the same hand. Wow.
I won though, because I only have 8. She's not.
She thinks she wins because she can't count.
Then we decided to hit the town and a bar that everybody raves about called Sharky's. Met some interesting Canadians there and some other fine folks. The next morning we whipped up some avocado toast, something else I've really, really been craving since I got here, and it was delicious.
So much better.
Really?
Not salt them at all whatsoever.
And then we did what we went there to do, which was hang out on the beach all day.
This is Tamarindo. It's una playa in Guanacaste. It is so incredible. They just have a bunch of boats out in the middle of the ocean. The sand is so soft here. This is the first beach we've been to that kind of has like a lot of shells all over it. So that's so cool.
The water was the perfect temperature, so we just hung out in it. I think that Playa Tamarindo might be my favorite beach. Later, we went back to the beach to watch the sunset. There was this area further down the beach than we were earlier that was like kind of rock, and it had been covered up by the ocean, but since the tide was out, we got to actually walk on it. And there was a big tree that had fallen. And so we actually sat on that tree to watch the sunset.
Look how beautiful the sunset is.
All of my favorite sunsets have been here. We walked the town a little bit. The shops were so cute.
I am failing that from Target.
Really? She's having a niece very soon.
Don't get too close, I'll poop on you.
What? Can you hear that? There are birds covering the power lines and they are loud.
We treated ourselves with a dinner out that night at a place called Longboards.
Aw, cute little dinner tonight.
Got sweet potato. No, they're there. Are they?
We are grubbing.
I literally cleaned my plate. We were all so full that we just decided to kind of hang out there. There was some basketball on TV, as well as some horse and carriage racing sport event going on. We were so intrigued we had to watch it. So we were kind of switching back and forth between that and the slam dunk competition. Hung out with some people there. Unfortunately, by the time we left there, it was really late, so most things were closed, but we like really wanted dessert, so we went to this little convenience store, of course.
Ice cream to end the night. And we just saw the guys that have been sitting with us all night and we're avoiding them. Nothing to see here.
Sunday morning, we woke up pretty early and decided to treat ourselves again with a little bit of breakfast in a coffee shop that was there. It was super American feeling kind of, but there was AC there, so we kicked it back and hung out for a little while. I had pancakes and they were the bomb. Tamarindo's pretty touristy, but we didn't mind it at all. There were a lot of tourists, and it was definitely very like westernized kind of, but I really liked the feel of it. For me, it was kind of like a Destin of Costa Rica, if that makes any sense at all. Like a seaside kinda. We hopped on the bus around 1 p.m.
All right, we're on the bus, ready to go home. We have seats. We are in the air conditioning. We are so content.
It was a good
But of course, it couldn't be smooth sailing because none of our travels have been so far.
Well, now there's a leak all over the floor.
We can't go anywhere without something else.
So eventually the bus got really full. We made like a few stops as we were like leaving Tamarindo, and all the seats were full, so people were standing, kind of like we had done on the way there. And this older lady got on and nobody gave up their seat for her, even though she was definitely 75, 80. And we kind of commented about it to each other, and we were like, is anybody gonna give up their seat? Like, kind of worried about it, kind of thinking about it. And a few minutes passed, and I think that we were all kind of just like, I don't know how I feel about this, like, I don't know about this. And then Gabby got up and she went and got the lady and she brought her back, and then we kind of moved and like took turns sitting on the floor so that she could sit in one of the seats. And for me, that was just a really cool moment because it kind of made me realize that I found like a really good group of girls here. I'm just so thankful for that. I am so blessed that despite being miles and miles away from my home and my support group, I have these girls that I know that I can trust and like really put my faith in. I'm just so excited to see what else this trip has to offer coming up. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all.